This is Tony Poulos at CommunicAsia2013 in a very smoky Singapore. Today I have with me Anthony Johnson, who's the CTO, in fact the global CTO of cloud computing at Huawei. Anthony, great to catch up with you.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. Thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
You did a presentation yesterday at this event, and you talked about the customer experience, but you had a very unusual take on it. Would you like to fill us in on that?
Yeah, sure. Yesterday I talked about how we can transform a telco from products to a telco with services. I mean, the problem I see today with the telcos is very simple. They're so worried about their underlying infrastructure, they're forgetting about who their real customer is, right? And that's either internal or external. But right now, it's not who has the pipe. It's the customer is king, and that content is king, and that's very important.
So you're talking about moving from products to services. How does a telco go about that, firstly? And then let's talk about the impact on customer experience.
Well, first of all, they need to sit back and think about all the things that people are calling for. I mean, today, 90% of the phone calls into their service desk isn't even about their pipes or anything like that. It's about the OTT apps. It's about the devices. I mean, they can't even help that. So if they want to really provide the best service, and there's only one out there in the top 200 companies in the world, and that's O2. And that's because they've taken the time to understand every one of the devices. They set up their own teams in there so that when calls come in, they can actually take care of that service at the thing. And service will be 90% of the revenue going forward.
With the customer experience, there's a lot of talk about customer experience, of course. Do you really think the customer gives a damn about what the network technology is and what's going on in the background?
Absolutely not. They probably can't even spell network. I mean, they just want the phone to work. They want an antenna, they want to have the experience, they don't want delays, they want their OTT apps to work, they want their email to come in. They don't care. They don't care what's in the back end. No matter what vendor you have out there, it doesn't matter. They just want it to work. I mean, have you ever asked your operator yourself, hey, what are you running behind there?
I'm not interested.
You're not interested.
I just want it to work. It's so funny because I wrote an article on this myself just recently. I'm convinced that the customer doesn't really care about the technology anymore as long as something works. But how does the operator know what that particular customer wants? They're talking about profiling customers. We're talking about getting to understand them better and better using big data. But do we really know what the customer wants, even then?
No, they don't know. That's the whole problem. I mean, we get into this big data craze, and to me it just drives me nuts. They've always had the data. That's what CRM and ERP was for, right? Yeah. And now all we're doing now is say, oh, we got big data. No, you got lots of it. But you still got you still got to figure out what's the smart data you need to use, right?
Right.
So, and they don't know how to use that. And so what I talked about yesterday was, if you really want to understand your customer, when was the last time you did a market survey with your customers?
Yeah, just ask them.
Just ask them. And don't give them answers to choose A, B, C, D, E, right?
Yep.
Make it blank. Because if you write A, B, C, D, E, you're actually forcing them into one avenue.
Yes.
And that's not actually getting the real experience from them.
Wow. What do you think, and what's Huawei's role in all of this? How do you see Huawei playing a part in helping operators understand the customer requirement?
Oh, absolutely. Huawei, not to be a big marketing pitch, but Huawei has a lot of technology out there that can actually see what the customers are doing in real time.
Right.
And with our VGS solutions, our smart care solutions, they can actually see when a user walks into a store, we know where they are. We can set up marketing campaigns. They can then send an SMS or an MMS right to the customer in real time and say, hey, your credit card, right, has a discount at this retail store and it's only 2 feet away from you. Yeah, that's what we're getting to. And that's actually what I missed when I came here, right? I landed on the plane, I come to CommunicAsia, and guess what? Not even a simple message saying welcome.
But what if I don't want that message? Do I have the opportunity as a customer to just say, no, leave me out of that marketing blurb?
Yeah, absolutely you do, right? But when I register for a conference and I'm going to speak, I want to know what my agenda is, what's going on, tell me where to go. I'm running around chasing people. That's not what people want to do, right? They're too busy to be running around for this.
Well, I'd hate to think we're the only two people who think this way, and I suspect we're not, so let's keep our fingers crossed that the operators get the message as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to get going fast. Otherwise, they're going to be just like the old Swiss company, and they almost got Project Sunset when Sunrise came in.
Okay. Thanks very much, Anthony. Great to talk to you.
Great, thanks.
Thanks.